A child of the immortals offers fire to the immortals. O blessed Hestia, mistress of fire and light, flesh of my soul, bring into my home your divine fire. Let this house partake of your wisdom, love, and power. O blessed Hestia, be welcome in my home. All right, to go along with this chapter of On the Gods in the World, which covers Providence, Fate, and Fortune, I'm going to issue a challenge to anyone who watches or listens to this video. I challenge you to go out of your way to perform an act of kindness on behalf of someone else. Give something of yourself to someone who you do not know. When you do this, accept nothing from them in return, but do it as a selfless act. All right, now let's get into it. Coming into Chapter 9 of On the Gods in the World, it is time to discuss Providence, Fate, and Fortune. These are topics that don't typically get discussed much within pagan circles today, especially New Age circles. Beginning with Providence, Providence within its essence is the guiding principle or intelligence behind the design that shapes the universe as it is. There is no denying that when we analyze the natural world, that there must be an intelligence behind it. When we analyze the intricacies of the natural world, we are able to see Providence more clearly by the meticulous order and harmony that transcends all of nature. If we continue to observe the natural world, we are able to see evidence of divine organization, that there is something beyond the possibility of mere chance or randomness of all existence. This guiding force places the universal functions in order with purpose. While there are many different opinions on this view alone, it seems apparent that living beings possess a distinct purpose within the physical world. Just the existence of life with all of its complexities and beauty hence towards a deliberate design. If we look toward nature, we can see the work of the gods well. The design of mankind is a prime example of this divine craftsmanship. Considering the human eyes are transparent, which allows us to perceive the world, the exact placement of our nostrils above our mouths, allowing us to detect various odors and magnifying our sense of taste. The design of our teeth, with sharp teeth in the front to be used for cutting food, and the flat teeth in the back for grinding it. These are all signs of an intricate plan. This design is not only unique in humans, but it is seen in all creatures of the natural world. The meticulous organization and functionality found within living beings indicates an intelligent force at work, constantly shaping life with a deliberate purpose. Providence can be seen in every intricate part of our entire makeup, all the way down to the smallest detail. So if providence of the gods is evident in these small intricate details, it is only rational that it is even more apparent on a grander scale. When we look at the practice of divination or the practice of healing, we can see that there is evidence of goodwill to humanity. The gods' concern for the world manifests through their benevolence, which they give without expecting anything in return. Not that they would benefit from anything we had to offer. This benevolence is not driven by a need for something in return, like greed found within humanity. It flows naturally from the very essence of the gods, no different from light and heat emanating from the sun. The sun does not contemplate it, it just does, because it is its nature. The gods extend their providence simply because it is inherent within their existence. This providential care of the gods extends beyond the body to the soul, encompassing both. However, the influence of the gods within the physical world is what we refer to as fate. The providence of the gods within the realm of the physical world is far more noticeable and evident. This discernible pattern of influence in the natural world is what led to the discovery of the science of astrology, which is the art of understanding and predicting the workings of fate. If it is the providence of the gods that grant us goodwill, it is reasonable to believe that the gods also guide human affairs within the natural world. This divine guidance has the ability to lead to outcomes such as health or illness, all based upon a person's actions and decisions made within their own lives. However, if we attribute The unjust actions of men, such as actions made through lust or other base instincts, the desire to that of fate, is a misrepresentation to the true nature of both mankind and the gods. Such a view suggests that mankind is inherently good and that the gods are responsible for evil, which is contradictory to our understanding that the gods are fundamentally good. If the gods are inherently benevolent, it stands to reason that everything produced within the natural world is also inherently good within its origin. It is the cause of weaker natures and improper use of good things that turn them bad. This is the reason for the famous quote from Hesiod, "Observe due measure, moderation is best in all things." This implies that even inherently good things can become their opposite when taken to the extreme. We can use sunlight as an example. Sunlight is beneficial and essentially good as it provides us with vitamin D. However, if we suffer from an excessive exposure to sunlight, it can be harmful as we suffer from sunburn or worse, skin cancer. Like I've expressed in other videos, it is not the gods who bring about evil. It is the imbalance and excess brought upon by mankind throughout our own actions. The providence of the gods encourage us to seek balance and moderation, ensuring that good things are enjoyed within their correct measure. It is through this principle that humanity can align itself more closely with the divine order and obtain harmony in both our personal lives and the natural world. When we come to this understanding, it strengthens the idea that the God's providence is inherently good and that the responsibility falls to us to manage our own actions. Throughout every culture, there have been different and unique practices developed within them. These customs are how various influences shape their behaviors. It is common to believe that certain planets are good in certain positions and bad within another. This is illogical to think that the gods changed based upon their locations. The stars may indicate certain traits or outcomes, but they do not cause them directly. How could things that happen before a person's birth depend upon their birth? Furthermore, just as providence and fate play roles within the lives of nations, cities, and individuals, so does fortune. So fortune is a power of the gods that distributes unexpected good things. This is the reason that cities should celebrate the goddess of fortune together, as they are made up by various diverse elements. The goddess fortune has the power within the world, below the moon, the sublunar region, as nothing happens by chance in the realms above the moon. If fortune makes a wicked person wealthy and a good person poor, there is no need to be shocked by this. If we look around the world that we live in today, we can see this in effect. The wicked value wealth in extremely high regard, while the good may not. This should not be mistaken that only wealthy people are wicked, for there are many other ways for people to be wicked in this world. The good fortune of wicked people do not make them better in any sense, and that their good fortune cannot take away the wickedness within them. Good people will find fulfillment within virtue. Good people will view wealth differently. For them, the concept of wealth is not solely monetary worth. They will also not make the accumulation of wealth the ultimate goal or single measure of their worth. They hold virtues such as kindness, honesty, and integrity in higher regard than material wealth. To the good, material wealth is simply a tool that may be used for either good or bad purposes, and the possession of it does not define their happiness or success. Although, when the wicked individual gains wealth and prosperity through fortune, it does not change their fundamental character. The wealth they accumulate cannot erase their greed, selfishness, or the lack of moral integrity. They remain wicked, no matter the level of material success they accumulate. As the wicked gains wealth, it does not bring wisdom, kindness, or ethical behavior with it. On the other side of this, even when the inherently good person faces poverty and hardships, they maintain their virtue. The goodness of their character is not dependent on their material circumstances. As they face challenges, their integrity is not diminished. Truly, their ability to keep their virtue in the face of adversity strengthens their character. Ultimately, for the good individual, virtue alone is the greatest reward. They gain their sense of fulfillment from living a life aligned with their own values and principles and not the external measures of success. The satisfaction obtained and the positive relationships they are able to build with others provide a deeper and more enduring sense of contentment than material wealth ever could. Therefore, the distribution of fortune is unable to change the essence of who we are as individuals. In truth, it reveals the true value that they place on wealth and virtue. Alright, so that concludes this video. Now, don't forget, there's a public Discord server that anyone can find down in the link tree in the description below. So, any thoughts, comments, drop them in a comment. Let me know. Other than that, always remember, the end depends upon the beginning. Sallustius.